Hiya. Right, tell me if this is better. I'm hoping it is. I want to tell you the reasonings why I've called it what I have called it. Why I've called my stream. The reasonings why I've called it what it's been called, basically. Well, the reasonings behind that. I'll wait till some of you've actually came in because. As I can see, there's nobody here yet, so give me a second and I'll wait till you're in. Done. Right, go away this, and then open up this. Right, Irrational Time's a lot better now. Is that better? Right, brilliant. I don't know where everyone else is though. I can see you, but I don't know if everybody else is there. Can you see in the chat? Anyway, basically I wanted to tell you why my stream is called what it is today. And there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I'm really sad I write them down so I don't forget. The first thing was I joined Brave. Like I've never had Google Chrome. Like I don't trust it just because it is so like it's such a leftist search engine. Like since when is a fucking search engine literally been a liberal fucking? You can't even type in is Michelle Obama a man, it doesn't like come up. Like, and that's probably the most searched for thing ever. I'm not saying she is, I'm just saying you can't even look for that. So anyway, I've always had Firefox, and with Brave, but the only time I downloaded Chrome was onto my tablet, and that was after I was watching RLTC recently, and they'd said like that if you put in say mechanic, the third image was female, and on mine like the third row, literally a woman with a burqa, and I was like, okay, first of all that'd be insulting to Muslim women and men because even though they're allowed to drive and it's legal for them to drive in the West and the East and things, yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, even if they were allowed to drive, first of all, she wouldn't be allowed to be there alone with other men because that would get her attacked. Do you get what I mean? Or it would be an honour killing. She's not. You have to have a male escort. It doesn't matter if they don't live in Dubai anymore. When they come to the West, it doesn't mean like, okay, we're in the West, we're free now, we can do what we want. No. Why do you think there's so many killed over here and like murdered and all this kind of stuff? It's because they still have to follow like Sharia law beats the law of the land. In Glasgow, where I live, we don't have like in New York how you've got the fake kind of Sharia law cars. We've actually got Sharia law, but it's called Muslim. They've got the Muslim police force and then they've got the normal police force in Glasgow. And for example, recently you can look this up. Katie Hopkins from Rabbi Media, but at least she's shone a light on it. Do you know what I mean? This is how she described where I lived, by the way. I think I'll send you the link. I'll tell you the link. If you just put in Rabbi Media, it was a couple of days ago she put it on, and she basically turned around and said that she was in there was a rough part of Glasgow, and I was like, a rough part of Glasgow? I was like, do you think there's any good parts of Glasgow you had here? But anyway, this bit isn't funny. She ran out the house completely on fire, screaming, help me, help me, help me. So a guy's ran and flung a blanket on it and tried to put her out, and you could still see on the grass like all the scorch marks where she'd been scorched. And this is broad daylight in Glasgow. And of course they had to phone the two police forces, and this is what happens when you've got two polices, Sharia police and normal police. They phoned the two polices. The normal police came out and said to everybody, they said their statement was there was no suspicious circumstances at all, everything was fine. Okay, the Muslim police then came out and said she was a very good Muslim girl, and Muslim girls wouldn't want people to talk now. So, and what the fuck does that mean? Basically, it means she was either honour killed or she'd done something and stay the fuck out of it. and the police can't interfere with the Muslim police, and the do you get what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck? And that only just happened like within this week. That is like why I got out of that part of Glasgow, because the whole of the south is just... Anyway, that was just one little bit I wanted to say about that thing. Diversity, yeah, it's no, I'm being serious. How you doing, Execute? Execute, I thought you weren't speaking to me. I was really gutted. I didn't want to like make a big deal about it, but just because like on Twitter I even asked about you, not like in a creepy way, but I just said to somebody, JJ Stoner, I think I said, is everything okay with your Twitter? I thought maybe, see, because I tag you in a lot of things, like remember with the photos, I thought she'd probably think I'm annoying, but I promise I won't tag you in lots more stuff. I know, like, I don't know if anything's going on with your Twitter. I hope you're okay. But anyway, yeah, diversity is definitely not our strength. I mean, the day that you've got two police forces going after each other, that is crazy. But yeah, joined Brave, gave Mersh the points, because like, well, his was the only thing I had, but it gives you points the more you browse, and it's really good. I'm shilling for Brave, and I've just met them. I've just met them. But they're a really good like search engine. If you type in mechanic, you see what a mechanic looks like. You don't see a woman in a hijab. You see, like, which again is just ridiculous. Again, and also remember he told us to we typed in murderers, and every single person was white. But again, a lot of these white murderers, I've watched this thing, like, and it was, what was it called? It was called something of the tribe, like something horrific of the tribe, and a lot of these serial killers are actually, they're not white, they're Jewish. And seriously, you know the guy that ate everybody, he was Jewish. What was it? Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. They also want to fuck your children without making a stink face. 100%. Yeah, of course we know that. Yeah. Yep, they really do. Come on, it's the same. Yeah, it really is. Yep. Mind dot c it's the same. Yep. Mine's, yeah. I'm not a fan of the whole we pay you to be her model, but I get it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, Lacey, good to see you. I can't stay. Oh, thank you, Rainpipe. Well, thanks for coming in, Rainpipe. That was kind of you. Try the buddy list. I will do, Kitty Razor. Thank you. How do I try the buddy list? Will you tell me so I can... Because see, with the whole thing, I want to learn how I can do it, so that way I can, click. And because Mer showed on the stream, but you know how streams go away, but I'm a patron, so I'll be able to search and find it. But it's just a pain trying to look. But if you could tell me, that would be great. And then I was also going to talk about... Oh, I had... you know that Ranger that, like, I'm not even going to mention it, but I've got a new hit piece out on me, and it actually made me laugh. Like, it lasts like, I think it's 20 something minutes, and it's just clips of me while he's talking, and it's just pictures of me. Like, you can see me, but I'm not actually really saying anything. I say the odd word, and then it's just him talking and talking and talking, just a load of crap, and the rest of it is just all this stuff about Mersh. And I think he's got like 93 subscribers. Like, I was never going to mention his name again, ever. And then he done another thing, and I was like, done another documentary, and it was called The Truth Will Set You Free. And I was like, what? I was like, I tell everybody everything. And there was nothing he didn't say about me at all that I hadn't already said. And if anything, it was like, well, he did lie. He lied a few times. He tried to say he was, like, he deleted comments that he'd wrote, and see when he'd wrote to me, and then, like, he'd, like, made it look like that he just said hi, and I just said, go fuck yourself, get to fuck, for no reason at all. He deleted the fact that he'd, like, been annoying me and harassing, like, and I told him just leave me alone. And then he was like, just lots of things, like just stupid things like that, like deleting things, twisting things, like jump cuts, edits to make it look like he was this innocent victim, and that all I did was talk about him. I'm not being funny. I talk about that all the time. And then he was trying to say, because it wasn't him that had actually done he said it was me that added him first of all. And I was like, yeah, because I got on Twitter, you stalked me. As it, oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. I'll try that. No, definitely. I'll definitely try that. Body list. That sounds good. But yeah, I mean, it's not as if I really don't. I don't even want to be talking about him, because it's just that gives him the clout that he wants, and fuck that. Phrasing something. We're all goofing, enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm having a good time. Hi, Missing Link. How you doing, gorgeous? Yeah, having a good time? That was nice of Rain Paint jumping in, wasn't it? And we execute Irrational Times as well. I hope they're still... Well, I hope Irrational Times isn't... I hope whoever's still around. 07 Link. Yeah, Link. I love how it's Missing Link, but with the C. It's so cute, isn't it? Oh, I wore my t-shirt today. More issues than Vogue. Because it's like, yeah, she's got more issues than Vogue, that one. You better watch out. She's more issues than Vogue. Yeah, and I wanted to talk about my experience of how I deal with when I'm really stressed out about the grabblers, remember? Just close your eyes now. Imagine your financial troubles. And then picture that grabbler. Oh, it's an ugly little thing, isn't it? Oh, yes, it's disgusting. Now just imagine it just falling into ashes. And then you just blow it away. And she's like, oh, that does feel better, doesn't it? Yes, oh yes, I feel amazed. It was brilliant. And then I booked the solution. Oh, I love you, Game. How you doing? Kurt Baisley. Oh, I always wear braids. Thank you, though. Thank you. Yeah, because I like having my hair curly, like, the next day. So, see, after I wash my hair, see, like, instead of having it, like, long and kind of just falling down, like, I'll put it in pleats, and then when it's dry, that means it's, like, curly. Or are you still listening and working on some garbage clips for a vid? Or you don't put yourself down like that, Irrational Times. Your videos are not garbage. Your videos are amazing. They're amazing. The video you made for me, and it was like 43 seconds of pure gold. Like, you managed to get the best clips. She might be sleeping, she might be drinking, she might be... Every single clip you managed to get for the song, and it was brilliant. Like, I was like, how did he do that? Like... And then I'm doing that stop, drop, and roll thing, and it was so funny. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. You can get a YouTube success on how they treat their trolls on his... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. I'm good. How are you, Lacy? Oh, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I'm fine. Like I said, that video didn't bother me. I think I didn't even know it came out. Like, this whole apparently it was like meant to be this big expose about me, and it was called The Truth Will Set You Free. Like, but every single other film on his website, like, that he's got, like, with his 90 subscribers, basically is just about hate of Mersh. I don't know what Mersh has done to him. Probably it sounds like an ex-girlfriend, but there's a couple of Royce, but it's mostly Mersh, and it's like Royce covering for Mersh or just bullshit like that. And then you just see my face, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I clicked on it, I sat and watched, and I was like, I just couldn't stop laughing. So like, I left a comment. I was like, listen, thanks. I was like, it's quite funny that you seem to be like, you know, abusing me, but you can do what you want. He said I'm talk like a leftist. I said, you do realise calling me a leftist means nothing to me, because I live in the UK. I said, I can't fly over to America just to vote left. That makes no sense. I was like, you're talking out your arse. I said, you've no idea of the culture in Scotland. But I wasn't mean to him, because I actually said to him, do you know what, your video made me laugh, so thanks for putting a smile on my face. Because it did make me laugh, because it was just so stupid. Like I said, it was literally just, you could see clips of me like that. But he wouldn't let me get a word in the documentary. Like, every so often I'd say a sentence. The rest of the time he just talked all the way through it. Just absolute balls. And then edited bits of, like, saying that I added him and didn't. But was, like, asking me to bring proof. Saying, yeah, well, where's your proof then, Lacey? And I was like, well, first of all, I never spoke to you. Second of all, I have proof. Because I sent it to Royce straight away saying, Royce, what should I do about this? And Royce said, oh, just ignore it. And it was the Ranger Dan thing. It was the second it happened. So I've got proof. And I've got photos and things of him sending pictures. But he was deleting them and, you know, trying to edit. He's not even worth getting talked to. It's like what you said. You're brilliant at Irrational Times. He really is, isn't he? I might be drinking. He really is. You are a great subject. Oh, thank you, Irrational Times. None has done the Politics Sucks contest vid yet. Someone needs to do that, yeah. Chuck Liddell, get to fuck. Okay. Chuck Liddell just randomly get to fuck. That's nice. Get to your bed, lol. Okay. Get to your bed. No, it's a Saturday. I was waiting up, I was watching JJ Stoner. I know, Static 07. Us Americans can be arseholes for sure. Americans are the best. I'm half American. Half of me has my daddy, and then the other half has the Irish of my mother. Static. Americans equals beer and truthish. Only if you live in the West End of Glasgow. The West End of Glasgow? Graham, do you live in the West End? How can you afford that, mate? You're lucky. Fuck's sake, I wish I could live in the West End. That'd be well class. I seen a house, seriously, Graham, in the West End, right? And it was like fucking, honestly, about, mate, see, for like a room, and I'm talking about the room was like, it wasn't like a fucking, it was like a bed sit, and I'm being serious, it was like fucking nearly, it was weekly you had to pay, and the toilet was outside your room, so it was just the bed, and then there was like a sink area, and it was like a sofa, and it was like £100 a week, so that's like fucking 400 just for a room. And I was like, but it was like parallel to Byers Road, just behind Byers Road, and it was a tiny room, and it was like, but you lived like in a house, if you know what I mean, but there was a living room, but you wouldn't want to go in the living room because you didn't know the people. America, what is the West like? The West of Glasgow, it's really nice, it's beautiful, it's really like, it's really nice, it's like really expensive, but the houses, it's the West End, it's kind of like, see, like, the West is always like, at the West everywhere is always the posh bit, like the West of Glasgow, the West of Edinburgh, the West End, the West of London, West of America, and you're like New York, it's always the West is the posh bit, the East is the rough bit, the South side is, in Glasgow, the no-go zone for not being a Muslim, let's just say that. The North is just the North, there's good and bad bits. And then the middle is just mental. But it's good times. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about some funny stuff, you know. I'm only in Partick's, not balling yet. Oh, you know that. Partick's still nice, by the way, but here, seriously, you're again, as I said, you're still lucky, mate. I grew up in Govan Hill, and do you know what I'm talking about? And it was right on the edge, right near Pollock Shaw's, sorry, YouTube. And I was just saying about the lassie that fucking ran out, and how in the south side of Glasgow we've actually got two police forces. We've got, because they think it's like in, Americans think it's like in New York where they've got the Sharia patrol fake police, and we're like, no. In Glasgow and the south side there is like the Muslim police force, and then there's the normal police. And a lassie ran out on fire and she got killed, and the police said, oh, there was no suspicious circumstances, but the Muslim police said she was a good Muslim girl, and good Muslim girls wouldn't want to talk. Like basically, don't ask any more questions, leave it at that. But she ran out screaming on fire, and the guy had to put her out, and you could see all the scorches. And this was I think it was in Pollokshaws, or it was Govan Hill. They said it was like kind of in between, and I was like, fuck's sake, that was just within the last week. Paisley's the other way around. West End, yeah, that's so true. The West End is the shit, and the East End is the decent. I don't know Seed Hill, but I've heard the West End is. I need to go pick up some beer. I might be over the limit. Report me. No, I'm static. I would never report you. But yeah, I was gonna. What else was I gonna talk about? Just definitely join if you want. I'm telling you, everyone stick it to Google, because it's a lot of bullshit. Get off Google and use, even just if you don't want to use Brave, which is good for the points, use Firefox for now. Just fuck Google. Like, you can't find anything you're looking for. You put in mechanic, it comes up women in burqas, which is all bullshit. You put in fucking killers, it's all white people. There's not any black people. Okay, right? So everybody that's a serial killer is a white person. That's weird. Especially like they're all American. It's very weird. Very weird. Do you want me to pull out the fucking FBI statistics? Do you know what I mean? But it's fucked up. It's lies. Do you want to look at the Europe statistics to know? Even in the UK, with all the fucking killings and stabbings, literally every fucking, what is it, so many minutes down in London, there's somebody within. Remember a few weeks ago, it was there was 6 guys, all ran nothing to do with each other, all stabbed. 2 of them were women or something, but 6 people all stabbed randomly in one night in a part of London. It's a higher murder rate now than New York City. It's fucking crazy. That is fucking balling, man. That is fucking crazy. What you saying, Chuck? Sorry? Suck a copper, you'll be fine. Oh no, sorry. Suck a copper, you'll be fine. No. Suck a copper. Fucking pigs are the fucking worst, man. They're fucking beastie bastards. Hi, Frozen. How you doing? When you say it sounds like Canada. Oh, don't blame Canada. Blame Canada. Justin Trudeau. He's fucking ruining the country. See with the amount of cunts he's bringing over, by the way. I'm not being funny. They could all just bust through into America. You better be strong with guns and just be like, and just blast the cunts. I would. Fuck that. I use Explorer and Brave. See, I've just downloaded Brave the Day, so I'm glad. And before that it was Firefox. I typed in vagina and it pulled up a bit of big if I type that, oh cuck, you're amazing. Conspiracy creep, get to fuck. You're the one in my chat, Chuck Liddell. If you want to just abuse me, go away, or one of the mods time him out or something. All you've done is come in as Scotland posh. Chuck Liddell, your name's Scottish. You're telling me to get to fuck. You're being annoying. You're saying I'm a conspiracy creep for saying facts. What was conspiratorial about what I said? Brave is pretty good. I know, no, apparently we're conspiracy theorists for talking about this. Oh. I'm just gonna put time out, because then he'd be enraged if I timed it out. I'm messing. Well, you're clearly Scottish, so I don't get why you're being a bit of a dick. Like, why would you... I'm not being funny, but like, if you're messing, right, why would you be like, oh, coming in and saying like, get to fuck. No, you get to fuck because you've came into my chat, so go away. If you don't like me, go away. Simple. Like, I'm quite an easy person to get on with. I just want to get a laugh and tell my friends shit that's been happening, alright? But the grabblers, remember the grabblers from The Onion? Well, I've been imagining as well, like, I told you about the thing with the grabblers. Did you all see it? I'm gonna make that do the rounds again, I'm telling you. Just type in, if Chuck, you might have gone, but for 1 second. Right, listen, you need to find this, look. Right, watch this. I'm gonna show it to you because it'll kill yous. I bet Google is busy RN pictures of nice clean streets searching the bottom. Yeah, I know, it will be. Behave, Chuck. Oh, what is he saying? More stuff. Static. This is what I mean. He's been. I don't know him. Do you know him? He just came in and told me to get to fuck, and then he started saying all this shit, and I was like, what? Like, what's your problem? Like, and he was like, just saying all this mad weird shit. You're Irish. There's no way you're Irish. I know a Scottish accent and Chuck and Liddle, and you've got a fake account and everything. I've checked it out. So, don't be lying to me, Chuck. That's what I was saying to him, Static. I was like, I just want to have a laugh and fucking... I don't need fucking plebs coming in and being annoying. Sorry, I'm autistic. Yeah, I kind of thought that. I'm kidding, man. I would never make fun of an autistic person. You're just being a dick. Sorry, there's nothing wrong with being a sperg. We all have them in our family. It's like kind of the way when people are born just being a dick, but at the end of the day you have to still love them and take them into your heart because you are either their sister or you could be their mother or something, so you have to just accept that dick for the dick that it is. Chuck, I'm winding you up, pal. That's not nice. Oh, that's not nice. You're at it now. After fucking abusing me for ages, the second I'll have one joke back, and I was actually being quite nice about it. You're like, that's not nice. Well, here, I'll show you a wee joke that'll make you laugh anyway, right? Wait to see this. You're going to buckle at this, pal. Yeah. Right. Do you ever get stressed out? Does anything ever bother you? Now, this is a visualization exercise I want you to do, okay? I want you all to do this.
Yeah, but help is on the way. Author Christine Eckert is here to show us some exercises to reduce stress. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Jim and Tracy.
Christine, I'm so glad you're here. I'm about ready to snap.
The first thing we're going to learn about is problem visualization.
Okay.
It's a simple method for reducing stress by assigning an image to represent your anxiety.
Well, that sounds simple enough.
Okay, the first thing I like to do is imagine my money-related stress as the most disgusting, terrifying creature I can think of. I like to imagine an ugly, greasy little creature with a hooked nose and oily black hair. I call him the Grabbler because he's a greedy little monster who wants to grabble up all my money. Now close your eyes and picture the Grabbler.
Okay, there he
Now
is.
think of all the problems your Grabbler is causing. He invented interest rates like the ones on your credit card. He's taking the jobs because Grabblers only hire their own kind. I just want to get rid of him. Now imagine the Grabbler slowly disintegrating like a pile of ashes blown away by a purifying wind. And now you're in a peaceful meadow full of lilies swaying in a gentle breeze. They're not scheming or trying to rob me.
Oh, that really works.
They're not scheming or trying to rob me.
Kinds of stresses besides the money, right?
Wait to see the next one.
With someone at work. Take that social stress and visualize it being due to a blabbler.
A blabbler. And look what she looks like. A certain type of lady.
When dealing with difficult personalities. You know, the kinds of people
Nibber,
who love
if
to
you get
argue
what I
with
mean.
a plain and nasal voice.
Oh, I know.
People
And
like
stresses
that.
are everywhere,
Right,
too.
they are. They're always lurking like rats. You know, that's why
Like
sometimes
rats.
people
Can you
think
believe she
exercises
said that?
aren't enough. So Take your mind off your stress by doing something good for yourself. Exercise.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I feel
excellent.
better after my yoga class.
Right.
I will often go for a long walk in the middle of the night and throw flaming bottles at certain houses, or even sneak in through the back doors and set the
What?
curtains on fire while they're asleep.
Working up a sweat to rid yourself
the
of
fuck?
that stress. All right, well, Christine,
Wait to
thanks
see
so much
this
for being
book.
our guest
Wait to
this
see the
morning and
book.
sharing your advice. Everyone should check out Christine's new book, The Solution: Kill All the Grabblers. It's available in bookstores
The Solution:
now.
Kill All
And when
the
we come back,
Grabblers.
why you don't have to wait until after you're 40 to have sex after 40.
How good was that? How good was that? Seriously, how good was that? Oh, I could not stop laughing. Yeah, Chuck Liddell is a Russian bot. What does get to fuck mean? How funny was that? I did not see that coming. That was a good one, Chuck. The Onion is the best. The Onion had some balls, didn't? That was only 2010. 2010. What's happened now? You could never make a joke like that. They'd be like, oh, that's so anti-Semitic. You used to be able to make fucking jokes. Like, now you can't make jokes. What's that all about? Can't believe they got away with that. I know, near canal, Chuck. I really can't. I know the book, The Solution, Chuck. How funny is that? See if you read the comments. That is the best bit, Chuck. Do you want to hear some of the comments? Listen, there's people saying, I thought the Onion was supposed to do satire. Then so listen to this, right? Listen to the comments. The comments are my favourite bit of it. The whole thing, to be honest, is the comments, because just and then someone said something like, "Is the book called The Final Solution?" Right, listen to one of them. Right. First, someone said, "Hey, this is anti-Semitic. The only thing I hate more than an anti-Semite is a Jew." That's what someone wrote. Look, I swear, someone actually wrote that. These are all things. It was someone wrote that 3 years ago. Hey, this is anti-Semitic. The only thing I hate more than an anti-Semite is a Jew. And someone says, if you want to know who controls you, buy Mel Gibson a drink. Then someone said, the grabbler cries out even as he strikes you. Then someone said, is The Solution her final book? That's who it was. Then someone said, this meme is illegal in Germany. Then someone said, I was hoping it would be at least 6 million copies sold. This is so funny. Cheers. I was just texting while driving. Sorry. Irrational Time's very funny. It is so funny, isn't it? You have to admit, like, I know that they've, and then someone says, I can't believe they put this video out. Onion's got some serious fucking balls, laughing out loud, and says, remember to keep all comments respectful and to respect the community guidelines. Goy, someone said a week ago. And then someone said the Grabblers did 9/11. Then someone said, finally, the final solution to all of my problems. Then the real Owen Benjamin said, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen 5 days ago. So it must be making the rounds again, because even though it was out in 2010, yes, because he's got like that is actually definitely him, because he's got his verified tick mark. And yeah, I'll click on it. Yeah, it's definitely him, Owen Benjamin. Of course, Owen Benjamin's gonna have found it. Yeah, 2,262, 496 subscribers. So of course he's gonna find it, and you know, like he just basically wrote, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, the Grabblers. But I just can't believe they had the balls to say that. And you know now he's gonna steal like the joke and kind of like take it for himself. Whereas what's really annoying is the fact that it was actually ROTC that put it out first, and I don't know how they'd put it out. They said it's making the rounds again, and now they'd seen it like again, like even a couple of years ago. Like people keep bringing it back up, but the Onion apparently now is like a pure leftist kind of thing. But I just think, that is so funny. It is so funny. I laughed so hard at the Onion article about ice tossing pregnant immigrants over the wall so they couldn't give birth on African soil. Oh, I need to see that one. Yeah, Mad Magazine. I read about that. Mad Magazine. It was my dad he told me when it was gone. He was gutted. He loved that. Static Voyager back, yay! Been chilling at Benjamin's house, Lacy. Got a bruise on your eye there. Oh, have I? and it'll be my makeup. See, because when I was lying down watching JJ Stoner like that, or there, oh, I know, Owen Benjamin's probably punched my face. Oh, that is a bruise. It's not coming off, and it's sore. Ow. Ow. It's like a. I'm like, why is it not coming off? But it's sore. So obviously, the more I'm poking it, the more it's going to be sore. I don't know. I must have hurt myself. I don't know how I done that. Owen Benjamin snuck into my house and beat me. He beat me. He snuck into my house and he beat me. He beat me with his homophobia. And because I'm a transitioning, or whatever, no, Erup isn't transitioning, sorry, Erup is just wanting to go on Dr. Phil and meet that Wendy, whatever her name is. The one, I always think of Wendy because when she was in Casper, you know what I mean? What are you dining on? Oh, I had, Static, what are you dining on? Beer. Just beer. That's from rubbing too much bacon on your eyes. That's what I do. That at night time I just put bacon on my eyes, like, see, like that, just to keep the Muslims away. Like, I just put like 2 big bits of bacon, like, just like as like eye things, and it'll keep 2 religions away from me. Because there's 2 that can't have bacon. It'll keep the Muslims away from me, but it'll also keep the grabblers away. Because the grabblers can't eat the pork either. So I'll be safe from the grabblers. And I'll be safe from the Muslims. So I'll feel really safe with my bacon just wrapped in a bacon suit. Oh, mate, that's why Lady Gaga's never been pumped by like a Muslim or anything. Or like a grabbler. Because remember she wore that bacon sandwich dress. Do you remember? They'll be like thinking, now you're tainted. I can't do their accent. What are you drinking? Be like, that's just rubbing too much bacon. I'm gonna get some beers too. I bet Owen goes to Ram Ranch. I bet he does. See the Uber game done. Have you seen that thing that Johnny Arcade 2 has done? Where you know when Owen Benjamin's pumping the goat, and you know how the goats are so small and Owen Benjamin's so big, and he's got like these man boobs and big woman hips, and he's like bent over on this little bench, like going like that, and like feeling their little tiny nipples, but they hang down like willies, and he's doing that and he's pumping them, and you can see how much he's enjoying it, getting milk, and he's like this picture, but Johnny Arcade had him hopping like all around like in Nintendo, going like ding 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 ding, and it was so fucking funny. I cried when I first watched it. I really did. I was like, that is hysterical. It was just so funny. He really is funny as fuck. Here's the article. Oh, thank you. Right, so Ice Agent. I love it. Owen made his own Ram Ranch. Did he really? Kitty Razor, I can believe that. I bet going. I'll need to just take a picture of it, and then that way, once I've finished, I can actually just fucking type it in. Do you know what I mean? Bacon Vision. What religion are you? It keeps lagging, Lacy. Sorry, Chuck. Chuck's like, it's just, no, I always think, sorry, that was my bad. I always think you're talking in like capital letters because your name's in caps. But what religion am I? Well, I'm not Jewish, and I'm not well, that's a religion or a race, and I'm not Muslim, clearly. My mother was, it's a bit of a personal question, Chuck, but I mean, if you would really like to know, or are you just trying to, I know, like, I don't really know you, like, to feel like to tell you, like, but I don't keep it a secret. I just don't go around telling everybody. I consider myself, well, I try and be a better person every day, and I believe in Jesus, So I guess I would be a Christian. I don't like sectarianism. I think that's bullshit. I hate the way it's ruined Scotland, and obviously because my mum's Irish and my dad was a different, he was a different denomination. It was a whole big thing, and I hate I really hate sectarianism. At the end of the day, if you read from the Bible, and you both read from the Bible, the fuck is the problem? I understand if someone's a Catholic and someone's a Protestant. I understand the hatred there, but I just think I mean, my mums and dads were so close, it was crazy. But they still were married for over 15 years and together from the day they met until my dad died. So it was a happy marriage, and they had me and my sisters, and it was all good. Big fan of what? Don't answer if you don't want to. What the fuck, No, I don't mind. It's just kind of weird. What blood type are you? Hello, Static. Chuck Little. What blood type are you? I don't actually. Do you know, Static? Seriously, I don't actually know. Do you know? Does any of you know what blood type you are? Because I've always wondered, what if I'm in hospital and I'm in a serious position and they're like, you need to tell us right now what blood type are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. Do any of you know? Chuck Liddell, big fan. Sorry, Chuck Liddell. I just didn't know. You're a Catholic, are you? Right. Well, my mum's side's all Catholic. I do Lent and I do all those kind of practices. I do midnight mass every year, and every year until I at least, well, until I was basically, I see, when I was a teenager, it was mostly when I was a teenager I would fall asleep. And I would get in so much trouble because when I was younger, I'd be so excited that I was allowed up so late, and then when I got to a teenager, I'd be like, oh, and fall asleep because it's me and because I was just really tired. You know how they make the really nice calm noise and and they're in Latin and they do the incense, and I would fall asleep and my aunties would get really annoyed because I've got 5 aunties and then 4 uncles and then all the cousins, and they'd be all punching me wake up, but my sister would fall asleep as well, but then I'd be like ha, but now I don't fall asleep, I'm awake, I'm sitting there but just waiting, but I do we don't really have a lot. It's, I don't know if you know Scotland, but Scotland's got a lot. It's very there's a lot of problems with sectarianism, and they've brought it into football. They have done since before I was born. It's Rangers and Celtic, and you have to be, if you're a Celtic fan, that means you must be a Catholic, and you must be it can't be just because you think Celtic's amazing and you love Celtic, but you have to be an Irish Catholic. And because my mum's an Irish Catholic and I'm support Celtic, then I get called a Fenian fuck and a Fenian bastard. And Fenian, obviously is because of the potato famine, and a lot of Irish people died. So the UDA use that against you, and they have their orange walks and they come through all Celtic areas and everything. But at the end of the day, I'm what they'd call mama. I was baptised and everything as a Catholic, and you get you have to wear a wee wedding dress. Hi, Emile B, how you doing? Beautiful. I've edited a picture, I'll show you. I'm gonna send it to you. It's me and you. Static Lloyd and you. I'm assuming this is the real Chuck. Exclamation. Is it the real Chuck? I thought you were a troll. Are you the Chuck? Don't answer if you don't. Seriously, are you the guy that does the songs? Because if you are, you're so cool. Is that the real Chuck? I thought you were being a troll. Well done, MILB. I think we just followed each other on Twitter. Yeah, Mile B is amazing, by the way. Everyone follow Mile B. She's like so class. She's such a sweetheart. She really is. Like, and because like she lives in America and I live over here, we both have the same top. But mine came first. See the Daywave Radio Freak Show top. So I've edited a picture of me and her. Like, look, and it looks like obviously it's just her, and obviously it's just me. But I've like spliced it and then like edited it on my laptop. I was gonna say computer, but on my laptop. So it looks like we're together, and then I'm done like it's a surprise, but I'll show you. I've wrote something, but I've just got a couple more things to do, and then we're gonna send it like to Royce like in his wee inbox thing, just to say it's like a happy birthday thing, because it's like his freak show thing. But I still want to get JJ Stoner's one, and I still want to get. There's a couple of ones I want to get. See if Porcelain had one, I'd get one, but I don't know if Porcelain's got one. I know Pot Awful's got one, and I love Pot Awful's one. What ones do you guys like? Obviously, I love the Merch Noir one. I think that one's beautiful. Hey, love. Oh, thank you, love you. Daywave represents. Yes, I need to get that one. Kitty Razor. Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of myself as a baby being baptized. Yeah, it's basically they tell you that they told me, my mum said to me I was getting married to Jesus, and that basically when it's like your first communion, what they say is that it's like I was all excited and I said I feel like I'm a bride, a princess, and she said, well, you basically are. She said what's happening is you're getting married, and the next time right now you're getting married to Jesus and he'll be looking after you, and the next time you get married will be to your husband. And so I thought I was getting married. I was all excited, like, I'm getting married. And I was like walking up in my wee gown and thing, and it was so cute. But see, I know what you're talking about. See, as a baby, when you're getting baptized, like, the dress that I had was like a long one, and even the boys wear it. It's like a long wee dress, and you wear your wee bonnet. It's a wee hat. And it's so cute, like, they look so cute, and then the babies always go, wah! See, when you put, like, the water in their wee heads, they always go cry their wee heads out, and like, wah! Wah! David, oh, you didn't, that is so cute, Kitty. Did you believe? I believed such, like, honestly, see the stuff that my mum lied to me about that I believed for fucking far longer than I should have, and I'm kind of, if it wasn't so funny, I'd be annoyed at her, like, but there was some stuff that I'm actually embarrassed that I believed for so many years. Let's all thank Lacy for reading our comments. You just don't need to. I know you're being static. I know you've got like a funny sense of humour, but I like reading your comments. Chuck Little comment. Is that honestly the real Chuck Liddell? That's amazing. That's amazing. I wish I could do songs I wish I could sing like that, like, but I can't. Yeah. Meh. Lacey's a keen y'all. Is a keen y'all. What's a queen? Queen. I wish it, if I knew what I meant, I'd maybe be a y'all. What is a y'all? My mum said I was Jesus. Oh, married to Jesus. Yeah, like, yeah, I was not. She didn't tell me I was Jesus like that. I was married to Jesus, and that Jesus was going to look after me as his husband, but it was nothing sexual because I was a kid. She said that's just what my mum told me. To keep so that I couldn't. I think in her mind it was so that I'd be like, if I was a child, I'd say like, oh, I can't have a boyfriend because I'm married to Jesus, like, because it was like an all Catholic school, like, but there was boys and girls there, because see in Scotland you get public funded Catholic schools because there's so many Irish people in Scotland. That's why the problem with sectarianism between the Catholics and the Protestants. And it was because Mary Queen of Scots, this goes back for years, this is before even William Wallace, this is what kind of kicked it all off. It was the Mary Queen of Scots. I won't bore you with real history, but Mary Queen of Scots was the Scottish queen. There was an English queen who, she was a bastard but in the time, and she was a Protestant. The Queen of Scots was beautiful, she had long dark hair, she was stunning, and her cousin killed her because she was Catholic and she refused to become Protestant, so she killed her. After keeping her tortured for years, they've done millions of documentaries, but they made a program out of it called Mary Queen of Scots. But it was like all this teen and sex and kind of trying to make it cool, and I was like, what the fuck? You've just, half of it you've made unfactual, the other half is really shit. But my sister got married in the castle that Mary Queen of Scots got as a present for our wedding. Like, some of the pictures are stunning, you need to see them. Like, I can put them up onto my Instagram, because it's like at the castle and you can see me looking at a picture of this horse's cock, because the cock was like bigger than me, like if I was to lie down, because I'm 5 foot. So like I had these false eyelashes and I kept looking over like that, and like, because my sister was saying such a beautiful speech and saying such nice things about me, I was trying not to cry, because I knew if I cried my eyelashes and all my makeup would fall, like kind of rub off. So I was like, I looked at my pal, and then I went like that with my eyes and looked at the cock. I didn't realise though, everybody's facing us, so there's people taking pictures and filming and zooming in on my eyes as I'm going, looking at my friend and looking at the horse's cock, and then she's going, and then I'm going, and like, so, and I'm like, fuck, and then soon my sister said to me, I was like, oh my god, no, but everyone thought it was funny. They were like, yeah, we all saw it as well, like, why did they have to draw it so big and hung? I was like, I don't know, they didn't have to, they just did. I think you're thinking of Boris Lacy, different Chuck, I think. Alright, cool. Boris Johnson, you mean? Remember Boris Johnson's my Prime Minister. Chuck Boris are you talking about? I don't know what Chuck, I'll need to figure out what Chuck Liddell is. Who Chuck Liddell is. But 07 anyway, pleased to meet you. You smoking weed? No, it's just a roll up, pal. It's not weed, it's unfortunately just tobacco. Yeah. I'm trying to stop smoking, and tobacco's easier because with fags you need to, with fags, that's, I know in America when you say fag people think like you're smoking a fag, but like no, with cigarettes you spend more money and you actually smoke more, because you're like, you smoke half the one or you'll smoke nearly the full one. But with tobacco you can just roll a wee bit and then it just goes out. Do you know what I mean? Queen. Oh, we was kings. Oh, like, we was kings. Oh no, I'm not a pagan. I don't believe in paganism. That Brittany Venti, she's a we was queens. I know she's got some black in her, but I mean, I didn't think she'd become a fucking pagan. But Nick Fuentes ripped her to shreds about that, which I thought was hysterical. She was like on they had this therapeutic interview, and it was really awkward. It was like a first date or something, and they were talking away, and that was after he'd said no more e-girls, and then he went on with her. But she did ask him, to give her credit, she did say, somebody had paid to say, like, why are you having an interview? It was all our white knights, and they basically said, like, you were slagging Britney, and he was like, no, I wasn't. And they said, well, you said that all e-girls are thoughts, and he was like, no. He said, but some are. And he said, he broke it down basically, and he just said, I just meant no more. That was it. He said, but me and Brittany are friends. Like, they went through stuff together in Charlottesville. But I don't know. I only watched the interview because somebody had said, watch it. That's hysterical. And it took me ages. You know that way you start watching it and you get sucked into it. Then I finally saw him just shredding her to pieces about paganism. She just sat there with her eyes like, and was like, and just took it. And I was like, yes. Little Emerald, how you doing, darling? Thank you, by the way, for those compliments. I tried to fix the lagging because that was really helpful. You, thank you, sweetheart. Mile B. I had to leave the Catholic Church. Yeah, well, no, well, that's it. Like, that's, like, with me, as I said, like, I was Catholic. Like, my mum's side's Catholic, and it's caused a lot of problems with me. Like, I still do Lent and things like that, but I couldn't. I had to leave the Catholic Church because I saw a lot of things that I knew weren't right, and I also found out that one of my family members had been abused in the Catholic Church in Ireland, not in Scotland. And I thought, no, and then all that stuff came out, I was like, I don't want anything to do with this. And plus, there's nothing in the Bible it says where you need to give money and it needs to be all these beautiful big art houses. And the first time I went to an actual church that was just like in a community centre, and it was like, you know, kind of, it was people reading from the Bible. They seemed to care more, and they weren't reading in Latin. I could understand them. They were preaching from their heart, and it was just far more beautiful. The people were kinder, the people were nicer. I got like a full baptism. They basically dunked me, like it's like this thing where you get like, they pull you back and then dunk you back in, like they hold you like that, and then you get dunked backwards and then pulled back up. I was like when I came back up, but it was beautiful. It was so nice. It was like on a nice sunny day. And in Scotland, that's rare. And we made like a day of it. We had a picnic and it was beautiful. And yeah, like they basically said, even though I was Catholic and I never lost faith really, like I'd be classed as like a born again Christian, like that's what they call it. And I was like, but now when like people ask me, I don't really like, it's not that I don't like the word, I just think people think that then I go around thumping Bibles in people's faces. I just say I'm no denomination. Like, I'm just a Christian. Does that make sense? Like, I don't really like talking about. I think it's a personal thing. I think your faith should be a personal thing to you, unless you want to go around talking to people about it. Do you get what I mean? I mean, if you're talking about your friend or if it's like, if it comes up, but I don't really feel that comfortable telling people, like, or if people. I would never try and force it onto anybody. Do you get? Basically, that's what I'm saying. Queen, we was kings. Is there actually, please tell me, I would love to know, is there actually black people that think, like, black women that actually think that they're descendants from queens? Like, not queens in, like, New York, but actual, we was kings, we were queens. Because I'm telling you, let them go over to fucking Africa right now, and they'll see there's no kings or queens there. There's no fucking royal blood people. There's nothing. It's just communism, fucking terror, fucking corruption, rape, murder, baby rape, AIDS, fucking more rape, AIDS, more rape and AIDS. Just rape and AIDS. It should just be called Rape and AIDS Africa. Sorry. It's true though. I love you, wee Myobi. I love that name as well. It's so cute. Little Emerald. I know Little Emerald Kitty's been so funny tonight. I usually cry when I see a big who cry? What did you mean? A big cry? Ah! I remember I got so angry when he talked about masturbating. I remember my teacher getting so angry when he talked about. Why would you get angry, Kitty? That is so funny. That is so funny. So he would talk about it, but he'd get so angry. Yeah, because he probably wanted it to wank, so he'd be so like, do you know what? Fucking, I can't talk about masturbation because it makes me want to fucking cum in my pants. Oh, that is hysterical, Kai. Why? Chuck, because he was so, like, think about it, like his rage on must be so, his hard on would be so inflamed with anger that like he basically was in pain and he just was like, oh, like, and just he couldn't take it and he just was about to explode and he just couldn't deal with it. Let I'll catch up with the comments, right? Thanks, wait. Fags are harder to quit. Try black dudes. try Blackton. Well, I would have to travel first of all, and then second of all, I'd have to kind of look and find some. There's no, just no. I'm not. I think they'd be harder to quit. That's my kindest comment I'm gonna say. They'd be harder to quit. So, and also a lot of the black people, the black gentlemen that, I mean, we don't really have a lot of black gentlemen in Scotland. It's more down in London, and they're all into drill rap and stuff like that, which is kind of like, you know, where they put out a hit on somebody with a song. Started in New York, we've now got it, and they literally put it on YouTube. If you put in drill rap, and it's monetized, but they actually, if it's pop 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 beep beep beep, that means you've killed 6 people, and like you have, there's peer pressure for how many people you kill. No, I wouldn't, Kitty Razor. I wouldn't. I've always been more of a gas person. I've not really liked to have, you know, a coal fire. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just I've never been attracted to that. Just I'm scared of the flames coming out and burning me. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like, because of my wee dog, what if he like sniffs the fire and it burns his wee nose or something like that? So I prefer gas. I don't know, you know, even electric heaters. I just think it makes more sense, and I wouldn't like having to go outside all the time and picking up bits of wood. Burning coal, yeah. I think it should be bad. I think it should be banned, because I think it's very unsafe. A woman, especially of my size and stature, going out at the middle of time at night alone to pick up some wood because I'm cold, that is dangerous. It should be banned. It also, if you've noticed, it does something to society when everybody's burning coal. When everybody is, then eventually everybody starts to look the same, because, you know, they're all going out and they get coal on their hands and it goes on their face, and then what happens is their face kind of looks, you know, like just everybody's face looks the same, kind of that middle colour. I can't describe it. It's like a coal. It's like only coal burners know what I mean. Like people with a coal fire, only they get what I mean, or people that are aware of what a coal burner is. I'm sorry, it's just my mouth had this weird taste. Vented the thought of thoughts. If only she could pull her eyes together. Yeah, I know. It's if only she could just. Yeah. She had those milkers, as Nick says. She has got some big ones. You're so right, Myleby. Tithing my ass. Yeah, exactly. No, both of you are so right. That's why like I said, me and my mother have had lots of arguments about it. But like, I'll do Lent for her, but at the same time, I know it's not the right church, and the fact they've admitted to lying and stuff. I do some stuff like that. If you're still on 07. Oh, Cockle, miss you. They do. Large person said do. They do? There was a black woman brought. I forgot she called herself. Oh, I didn't know that, Kitty Razor. He said she masturbated, was selfish, and got heated as fuck. The fuck? I was so afraid I didn't. No wonder. He said there was a black woman who bought land on Africa, and she called herself an elder. They killed her. He said she masturbated, was selfish, and he got heated as fuck. No wonder. Oh, that's a shame, Kitty Razor. Oh, I would be so. See if somebody told me a fucking horror story like that. They probably slaughtered that poor woman, and she probably done nothing wrong. Like masturbating is like natural, and like I'm thinking gonna go on a normal thing for a teenager. But when you're a teenager, you've got a high sex drive, and it's better than sticking it in some fucking little whore. that might have some STIs or STDs or something, you know. Like, but imagine terrifying you until you're 18. By that point, your balls will be like, and you could have had sex with like a diseased thought, which now they're all shouting their fucking. Have you not heard the newest thing? The static void. Listen to this. They breed out the black Irish. I have ginger blood in me. Lol. They breeded out the black Irish. Yeah, the black Irish. Yeah, in my family, I know what you're talking about because the Spanish Omada, that you get the dark hair and the sallow skin. They're trying to breed it out. Yeah, black men are very horny. I have nothing against black people at all. I have nothing against black people. Like I said, I said in an earlier video, like I grew up around black people because when I was younger, it was my dad, because he was American. We worked on it. Well, he worked, and because he was an American soldier, we were based in Milton Keynes down in England. That's the first. We were based in Germany before that. Like, that's when I was born. And then we got moved to Milton Keynes, and it was like on the army base, and it's like literally you open the gates and it's like you're in America, because it's all Americans, and they've got like a Walmart, they've got like all American food. There's all people outside with like beers, and like they do barbecues in the summer, and they've got like their coolers, and they've got like see, for us, because we were kids, they'd give us the grape juice, you know, that juice that's like grape flavour. Oh, it's beautiful. I fucking love it. I wish you had that in the UK. And the fucking weird thing is, it was the UK, but they didn't sell it. They don't sell it in the UK. It was down in England, but because we're in an American base, they would get it shipped over, all the American food, and that was the first time I'd ever tried a Pop-Tart. And now we get Pop-Tarts in the UK. Now, but it's only been the past couple of years. And pick up some wood. All black people look the same. Oh my god, Lacey, I'm crying. What are you laughing at? Nog motor. Out of sight, out of shit. Don't miss a thing. I'm listening to black guy wear checks for wallet. Hype free. You're too funny. You just need to understand certain cultures don't have the West of concert till we showed them on consent. Yeah. Did you not hear that Paul Joseph Watson video about how these women that, like, basically it was these leftist crazy women who were like they wanted to travel the world so that they could, sorry Chuck, sorry, I'll try and fix it. They basically wanted to try and travel the world so that they could show to the world, the world isn't that bad, it's not like all doom and gloom, blah blah blah. And every single one of them were either hijacked, murdered, or horrifically raped and murdered. And there was one of the women who got, like, she was getting on top of a roof, she was getting like raped by these black men, and she turned to them and she actually said, like, I'm a scholar of Malcolm X, thinking that A, they're gonna understand her, B, they're gonna be like, oh, you're a scholar of Malcolm X, okay, we stop raping before we kill you, and like then they're gonna stop. But no, like, sadly they kept gang raping her, and then they fucking killed her. But yeah, like, Paul Joseph Watson done about 3 videos on this, because it happens all the time. These women keep, these fucking hippie women, and I feel bad for them, because some of them are young girls, or some are like husband and wife, or like boyfriend and girlfriend and things like that. But I mean, it's happened that many times now. Like, I'm gonna travel the world to show there's no hate. And it's like, are you fucking retarded? Of course every culture has got dangerous things, and some of the women were told by the tourist guides, look, you do not go down there. Like, see, even when I go to Europe with my mum, like when I was younger, we were told, like, there were certain places, we were told in Turkey, like, they said to us, don't get a taxi from here to here, don't get a taxi. And they will tell you areas you should not get a taxi, because a lot of the times the taxis will phone their friends, dodgy pals or whatever, and say, look, okay, we've got some Westerners in the back, and they'll take us down a back road or whatever, stop, pretend we've been like hijacked, we get kidnapped, and then they get they phone our family or whatever for a ransom, but usually you get away. And like it was the same when I was over in America. My grandpa took me. I was down in Tucson in Arizona with my grandpa and granny, and they took us across to Mexico, Nogales. And when we were over there, they were like, okay, like Nogales, if you stay to the main bits, it's fine. But like the guy was telling us, there's certain bits that you can't go to, or you will be kidnapped. And because like when I was younger, I had really blonde hair, and it was a lot longer. And people would try and grab me and things. And when we went to Mexico, they were like, look, you're gonna have to just stay to Nogales, and that is it. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm guessing they killed her. After they gang raped her, they chucked her off the building. It was on top of a ledge of a building. Or if she didn't, she would have died of AIDS. So she was probably lucky that she just got flung off the building and didn't go with AIDS. How you doing, Evelyn07? I just noticed you there. Liz Warren deserves to spend the rest of her life in this. She really does. Liz Warren makes me sick. Absolutely sick. Yeah. Oh, the whole Ebola thing. See that because I watched a lot of that because of Alex Jones, because I was waiting for Revenge of the Sis to come on. So remember when they didn't get to go on the first time because he was going to annoy Stephen Crowder. But yeah, like the amount of fucking places that are opened up for Ebola people. And I mean, the guys that live there, the people that live there don't even know about it. This is happening in America, guys, where you live. Like, I mean, I think I would want to know, like, if there was fucking people with Ebola potentially coming over, even if they don't have Ebola. What the fuck gives them the right just to walk into your country and like take fucking just? I remember there was a time where it was hard to get into the USA, where to get to America, that was the big thing. Like, oh, if you could get into it, like, even if you had hash, like, that was it. You could never get into America. Now, like, people are just walking in. They don't respect your rules at all. It's like, what the fuck? Like, Trump promised to stop all this. Like, do you think it's got worse since Trump, or do you think it's got better? What do you guys think? Do you think it's just already got that bad, or do you think that it's... Because it's been 4 years now, you know? I met a woman on the airplane with a similar situation from Chinese guy in New Zealand. Do you know the history of the Africa static void? I know, sorry Chuck, I know you're at static void, but I know quite a lot of the history. Not all of it, clearly, because I know Africa's a continent, and I don't know every single country's history, but I know some of them. I bet you do. Africa didn't have a history. How was that? I've read one. I'm not racist, I just see difference between white and black. It's pretty clear. Yeah, I hate when people say. Do you know the most racist thing? Sorry, I want to read the rest of the comments, but do you know the most racist thing I think you can say is, see those people that are like, I don't see colour. Like, seriously, you're telling me, okay, right? So you think that I'm exactly the same as like fucking, I don't know. So when you look at me, you see a black man. And they're like, no, I can tell, I know that you're not a man. Also, you're homophobic then, like, and then you can twist them around. So basically, they'll just say anything to make you, like, not, because they're so kind of, I know people like that, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just say, no, you're clearly white. You're clearly a fucking female, you idiot. Shut up. Like, but I don't get these people that, like, want you and make you buy their delusion. Like this whole paedophile woman I wanted to talk to you about as well, like the one that wants to have like bath parties with little girls, and like she's just disgusting. For animals, butterflies, yep. Static void, that's true. The world was destroyed by Britain and Americans, not really their fault. Yeah, that is true, Chuck. That's 100% true. Blame whites this year, black body. Did you watch Stockholm Cross Mods? Oh, I've not seen that, Chuck. Same. It's true though. It's all good. Thanks, Donald. Very cool. Thanks, Donald. Very cool. Thanks, Donald. Very cool. Do you know about the Muslim invasion of Spain from Northern Africa? Yes. Oh, it's horrible. It's so horrible. In Nigeria, all of the Muslims that are like killing the Nigerians, that's horrific. Like, see, by February it was like 200,000 victims, black Christians had been slaughtered at the hands of Muslims. I get sad. And then obviously the history, if you look back in the history, this happened years ago. Like, the Caliphate tried to take over the whole of the West before, and they nearly did, but that's when obviously the Crusades happened, and the Christians all joined together and they made a crusade. They ran out and they stopped the Muslims. Do you think that about the Muslim? Yeah, that's what I said. No, what year was that? That was the year about the I'm talking about. I don't know if me and Static Void are talking about the same thing, then I was either talking about the one that's happened this year, or the one, if he's talking about the one that was in the Crusades, and that was hundreds of years ago. Remember the Christian Crusades, and it wasn't just Catholics, it was all Christians, and they called it the Christian Crusades because all Christians joined together because they needed an army. And they went out and they stopped the Muslims because they nearly took over the world. If you go and you track and watch some of the YouTube videos, they were taking over and marking each part of the world they took over. This was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That was the last time the Christians all kind of came together and done a war. And it wasn't them that started it, as I said. It was the Muslims that wanted to subjugate the whole of the world, and they tried to, and they nearly did, and they got as far as I think they got to Europe. They might not have. I think they might have got to just before, like, nearly Morocco or something in Africa. So I don't know. I don't know it that well. I just know that they got very close to the UK, but they didn't get here because the Crusades ran out and killed everybody that was left, because there was a lot of people killed before that. Google it. Yeah, have a look at it, Chuck. Honestly, you'd find it quite interesting. Hype free. It was totally British. I'll just blame the British. Yeah, African has nothing to do with the people there. It was totally British. Individualized intensely. Static void. Yeah, you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Static void. Yeah, yeah. That was in. Yeah. And I get what you're saying as well, Chuck. Like, of course, Africans have had a hard history, but at the same time, there's like a lot of stuff that is really fucked up. Like my mum has been giving money to, as she would say, the black babies, like, since before she was born. Like, see, since she was a young child, she would go, and because she went to a Catholic primary school as well, we'd have a wee box where we'd give money to the black babies. And see, all that money, none of it goes. See, all the money that you give to Oxfam and that you give to, like, all of them and things like that, none of it goes to the black babies, like, or the black children. It all goes to the African princes and all those kind of people, and the con artists. Do you know what I mean? It's all corrupt and it's fucked up and it's messed up in Africa. And at the end of the day, they need to fucking stop with our. It's hard, I don't know, but I mean, then the second you try and do anything, you get accused of, oh, what, just because you're white, you think you can come in and help us, like, fuck you, and then they try and kill you. It's like, okay, so I have no idea what to do. How you doing, Marcus? Request it, I'll win himself for the win. And willing to serve. People always forget that shit. Watch it. Katie Hopkins, oh, I love her. I'll watch it. Oh, I have watched that one. Don't. Is that the one where they rape and they dismember and rape the white women? That was horrific. It's not called that, darling. Is that not the one called the killing fields of South Africa. It's fucking horrible. I was crying watching that, Chuck. Alan Powell, how you doing, Dan? Thanks for streaming, Lacey. That's okay, Evelyn. Mile B. Oh, well, he's all leaving me. Oh wait, look. It's sorry, I'm just seeing something. Proper plant 07 higher. I just seen Skank Hunt £2. I don't know if when he donated that. He might have donated it that last time. That was cute. I don't know, it might have been the last time, because sometimes these don't come up for a wee while. But I just noticed that, so I was like, oh. You finally got the stream working? Yeah, I need to show you now. Can I show you this, please, bad guy, now that you're here? You're gonna like this. This is what I wanted to show you, right? You're going to enjoy this. This is for you. This wasn't just for you, but like I knew you would like this. Okay, and this was in 2010 on national TV. Can you see it? Right, yeah, right there, that's better. Wait, I'll turn it up, don't wanna.
Later on in the hour, tips for stretching out your vagina without having a baby.
But first, in today's tough economic times, money stresses can really be overwhelming.
Yeah, but help is on the way. Author Christine Eckert is here to show us some exercises to reduce stress. Hi, Christine.
Good morning.
Hi, Jim and Tracy.
Christine, I'm so glad you're here. I'm about ready to snap.
She is.
The first thing we're going to learn about is problem visualization.
Okay.
It's a simple method for reducing stress by assigning an image to represent your
Well,
anxiety.
that sounds simple enough.
Okay, the first thing I like to do is imagine my money-related stress as the most disgusting, terrifying creature I can think of. I like to imagine an ugly, greasy little creature with a hooked nose and oily black hair.
He's scary.
I call him the grabbler because he's a greedy little monster who wants to grabble up all my money. Now close your eyes and picture the grabbler.
Okay, there he
Now
is.
think of all the problems your grabbler is causing. He invented interest rates like the ones on your credit card. He's taking the jobs because grabblers only hire their own kind.
I just want to get rid
Now
of him.
imagine the grabbler slowly disintegrating like a pile of ashes blown away by a purifying wind. And now you're in a peaceful meadow full of lilies swaying in a gentle breeze.
Oh, that's
They're not
nice.
scheming or trying to rob me.
That really works.
Ooh, what a relief.
What a
I feel so
relief.
relaxed.
Now, this image visualization works for other kinds of stresses.
Wait
besides
till you
money,
see this
right?
one
Say
now.
you had an argument with someone at work. Take that social stress and visualize it being due to a blabbler.
A blabbler.
Look at that.
Then look what she looks
All
like.
that negative energy we experience when dealing with difficult personalities. You know, the kinds of people who love to argue and complain in nasal voices.
Oh, I know
Yes,
people
and
like
stresses
that.
are everywhere,
Right.
too.
They are. They're always lurking like rats.
Like
that's why sometimes
rats.
Meditative exercises aren't enough. So take your mind off your stress by doing something good for yourself. Exercise.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I feel
excellent.
better after my yoga class.
Right, right.
I will often go for a long walk in the middle of the night and throw flaming bottles at certain houses or even sneak in through the back doors and light their curtains on fire while they're asleep.
Working up a sweat to rid yourself of that
The
stress.
grabbler.
All right, well, Christine, thanks so much for
I
being here.
love that so much. Look, wait to see our book. Sorry, our book.
The Solution Kill
The Solution Kill All the Grabblers.
Stores now. And when we come back,
Over 6 million sold. No, I'm kidding on. That's what somebody said in the comments. How funny was that? How funny. Old but gold. Yeah, sure. So, have you seen that? How good is in it? The grabbler. Well, my vagina is allergic to babies. I know. Yeah, saw it in ROTC. Yeah, I had to play it again. It was just so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. And the comments are the best. Like, people are like, I thought the Onion done satire. People are saying, the grabbler strikes you as he cries out. Then the people are saying, like, the grabbler was expelled from 109 countries. The grabbler this, the grabbler that. Oh, it's so... The comments are the best. They're hysterical. I couldn't stop laughing. The grabbler. From the Onion as well. It was only 2010, bad guy. Can you believe that? Like, what has happened to people in the past few years that you could make a joke like that in 2010 and 2000 and fucking nearly 10 years later, you make a joke like that and oh, you're fucking, that's the end of the world. Like, look what happened to fucking George Galloway for making a fucking joke because it was against the Jews. And it wasn't even about Jews, it was about, he just said it was about Zionism. He just said, look, he said, it's a fucking ethno-state. And he didn't swear, he just said he has spent his life working, trying to help the Palestinians that have all of them, there's just children roaming free and they get picked up by these jihadists and radical Islam people, and they're not even Islam, they were brought up Christian, but they get picked up and they get strapped on with a bomb and told they'll get to see their mummy and daddy again if they walk up over to the Jews and press the button. So they press it because they want to see their mummy and daddy again. Kids, tiny kids. Do you know what I mean? But it's because the other side, the grabblers, are blowing them all up. Lag is fucked. Sorry. From the Onion. Yeah. Well, do you watch Murdoch? Yeah, you sent me some good stuff. Yep. Thank you. Yep. 109. Oh, yes. I still think it should be hype free. I think it should be 111. I think the UK wants, now that we've got Boris and we're going to be walking away with a free deal, and it'll be the UK, it won't be the UK anymore. And then once that happens, I think, and we're out of the EU, which is basically, they pretend they're not, but they're like, they are just the worst. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into them, but they make me so angry. But anyway, the point is, I think that they should be kicked out of America because they're far too much in America. You guys have no understanding. And London, they have their own section of London. Do you know as well, like, see in America, there's parts of America that literally have, like, Jewish parts that have their own police force. Like, obviously, you know, like, you're like, yeah, we know that. It's the same with Muslims over here. They've got their own police force. And they've got, like, their own things like that. But, like, people, like, don't talk about the fact that Hasidic Jews, they've got, like, a thing that's kind of like Sharia law, where if a woman, like, basically, she's getting beaten by her husband and she tries to leave, she can't go to the police because they're Sharia law, but it's not Sharia law, it's whatever it's called, their law thing that they've got is higher than the police. And if she dares, a Jew isn't allowed to stick another Jew in, so she has to take the beatings, or the husband gets the children. And also, can somebody please tell me, does anybody know why on a wedding night a woman has to shave her head? Is it purely because somebody told me when I was streaming the other day it's just for humiliation? Is that the reason? Or is there an actual reason that is not just humiliating the woman? Because why would you make her shave her hair off and wear a wig for the rest of her life when she's perfectly healthy? Fuck the grapplers. Oh, somebody see it. Yeah, I think we're gonna become Poland 2.0, yo. He's not half grabbler. No. Thank the Lord. No. He's Christian. I know for a fact he's Christian. I could do a deep dive, but he would, if he I know that he went to I know the school he went to Eton. They all go to Eton, which is an all boys school, and that's a Catholic school. And he's not a grabbler. Luckily, a lot of really British people, and with, like, you can tell, and he's not. The Hasidic community, they don't want anything to do with, they just keep to themselves. It'll be the same as, like, in New York. They don't mix, they stay to themselves. They're not, you know how you get, like, there's the ones that are culturally Jewish and then kind of, like, slightly religious and wear the small hats. Then you get the medium orthodox, which are kind of, they wear longer clothes, and the women will sometimes wear the headband, and then they'll wear the hat sometimes, but not all the time, more small hats. and then you get the the ultra orthodox. They're the ones that are the Hasidic ones that have like their own court system, kind of like Sharia law. Do you get what I mean? Well, what's congrats to? Can we talk about strength? No, tell me. Yeah, I'd love to. Can we talk about Styx marrying a Nordic? I'd love to. If you can tell me, please. So Styx like from Styx and Hammer, you know, the 666 guy. He married a Nordic. Really? Congratulations. Bells and LARP. Is she a hottie? New York has a Muslim patrol. Yeah, and that's what Kay Hopkins was talking about, by the way. If you look up that speech, she was saying, right now you guys just have these cars, but please believe me, that's what it starts with. It starts with those cars, but then it will become real police, like that woman that was on fire that I was telling you about in Glasgow. Yep. So Styx from Styx and Hammer, when did they get married? How did they meet? Tell me. I want to know all the gossip. I'm like, I need to know. I've got to know. So he's married to a Nordic. Is a Nordic? So is she Swedish? Blonde, tall. He's tall, so I'm imagining she's tall. But how did they meet? And is she like an occultist, or is she? Today posted Johnson's mother's grandmother. Oh no! Don't tell me that. We've got a grabbler for a No! Theresa May, well, at least wasn't a grabbler. Why have you had to ruin my dreams? I'm gonna be scared and dreaming of the grabblers all night. So wait, was it? Tell me he's not one. Oh, he's got the blood of one. I always thought he was too good to be true. It's like Trump. They come in like they're all friendly, but they're not. They're not. They want to kill us. And they're evil. The grappler. He strikes out as he hurts you. No, but seriously, like, the whole thing with Trump, like, yeah, I'm at the establishment, I'm like you. That's what Boris was like. But they're not. They're getting smarter. They know how to pretend. They lie. And they cheat. And we need to get fucking smarter. We need to stop buying bullshit. Buying the thing is, all politicians lie. Their new trick now is to lie, basically, and say, oh, I'm just like you. I'm like, fuck the authorities and fuck these politicians. Like, Boris done it. Fucking Farage done it. That's how he got Brexit. Then when after he got Brexit, Trump was like, I'm gonna get Brexit 2.0, and then he got elected. Then Boris done it, and he's a fucking grabbler. And Trump, he's not a grabbler, but he's in the pockets of the grabblers. He owes them money or something, and he adores grabblers. I don't know if he's a grabbler lover or what is going on there. He's definitely a Zionist. Anyone that says otherwise is delusional and a boomer, and they're probably like, that's because Israel's our greatest ally. Okay, believe that while you're building the third temple, if you're that much of a Christian. Where it warns you, and it says when you build the third temple, it's going to bring back the Antichrist, and then when he comes back, all hell's going to come loose, and you can stand there and say, we built the temple because we wanted you to come back, oh Saviour, and he'll just like, pew, 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 with his imaginary little pointy finger that points to you, and it'll send him up to his daddy, where you'll get judged and then straight down to hell. I was like, what the fuck was that? Well, the grabblers, they want us as slave. They want a goy slave. True. Till Muddick Jews do. They literally think that they are going to have slaves in this lifetime. Goy slaves. That's what Zionism is. No hide laws. You need to accept that we basically need to kiss their feet and think that they are the best people in the world. They are the chosen people. I mean, think about it. If you believed that God picked you, if you really believed that God picked you, and you're that special, your blood is the blood of Abraham, and you're just this special little shekel pedo, what would you do, or what would you not do to protect your country, to protect Israel? They would do nothing to stop it. They would maybe even do some false flags, and maybe even do some really horrific things in the name of, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag the grabblers did 9/11, said a comment on The Onion. 10% too much. I know. Or what did Type Free say? That's all it takes. Exactly. He's right. He's only right. So it's thank you, bad guy though, thank you for at least confirming, because that would do. So his mother is the granddaughter of a paleographer who's a Russian Jewish immigrant, but 10%. And you made a good point there, Hype Free. 10% too much. Because think about it, Owen, I mean, what is Owen Benjuman? He says he's a quarter, or it's either a quarter or an eighth. Like, his dad is half, but I don't get how his dad is half if his granny was full Jewish. That would make his dad full Jewish, which would make him half. Anyway, Owen acts a fucking fuck lot more than say he was a quarter. I think he seems like he's full Jewish. He acts like a Jew. Like, you can get recessive genes. Like, you know, people that are like, I've seen people that have both got black hair, and they've basically ended up going for DNA tests or nearly splitting up and all this stuff, and then they've had to get a DNA test. They sell them for, I don't know why people go on Jenny McKyle. It's so embarrassing. I know it's finished now, but this was like this kind of like Jerry Springer show, but the only difference was there was no fighting. There'd be fighting, but people would never actually get to hit each other because you'd go to prison, because we live in a police state. But anyway, for a DNA test, it cost it's £100. So I have no idea why people would literally fucking do that like idiots. But yeah, they did it, and it was embarrassing. It was like, why are you doing that? The point was because, like, the children, they'd both have dark hair, and their child would come out with red hair, and it would turn out that the grandparents had red hair on one side. So sometimes you can have a recessive gene. So, like, you know how with dogs, like a dog, say if a dog is like got a different breed in it, it might not show up in the children, but it might show up in the grandchildren of the dog. The same with people, like hair colour, eye colour, different things like that. Well, if Jews are a race, grabblers are a race, then your grabblerness, you could have a child that doesn't act like a grabbler and doesn't look like a grabbler and isn't really a grabbler, but that child could then have another child that was so grabblery, like Owen Benjamin. He is the biggest grabbler I've ever met. He literally is the grabble of all grabbles. Like, remember, he would do all those 3.5 hour streams, like, for donations, and then the second he stopped getting donations, he stopped, like, doing streams, and it's like, the fuck. And even when he did, he wouldn't even read all the fucking Streamlabs out, and people still wrote to him. Like, see, like Nick Fuentes and people like that, like, say what you will about them, but they at least read all their fucking Streamlabs out. Red Ice do it as well. They read everything. Like, no matter what it says, they'll read it out. ROTC do it. Like, most people, anyone that's decent does it. Even Vox Day does it. Vox Day. Seriously, 3,000. So that's disgusting. 4,000. Oh, that. Trust the plan. No, Static Void, I'm scared of the plan. Trump's kids marry all the grabblers. 2.0 yo. Static Void, I trust our plan. I trust God's plan, not their God, because they don't believe. We don't pray in the same God as them. It's the Talmudic ones. History repeats. That's very true. I believe that, Static. I believe that there's going to be another, but different named HH, and I believe he will rise up out of nowhere. And they'll probably do that. They'll say, oh, he came out of nowhere, because of course they never do anything wrong. It's all about, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, and the second you start stomping on someone's individual rights and freedoms, that's when people get pissed the fuck off and they want to start, having a civil war. And our civil rights are pretty much getting shat on, not just stomped on. Yeah, that's true. Nap, yeah. Are you joking, Chuck? He loves donations too much. Ben Shekopiro is 100%. He loves donations too much. He does. Well, I mean, the fact that when his PayPal got off, like, I'm sorry, but like, if I was getting donations and my PayPal like got cut off, and then fucking like, see if I get a donation, I'm like, oh, thank you, like, I get really happy, like, and I'll say to the person, like, thank you so much, like, but I won't obviously dox their name, so I'll just say, like, if the person wants to say whoever it was, you can say, but I wouldn't dox the person's name, like, because I made that mistake one time, like, ages ago, but I straight away, like, nobody knew who it was, and I just deleted the stream straight away because they emailed me, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise, but yeah, like, and so I learned, like, pretty quickly, like, you don't read names, the first time I done it, but, I mean, like, I've not got a donation on stream, and I don't care, like, I really actually enjoy sitting chilling with you guys. I think you guys are brilliant fun, and, like, I've loved talking about the grabblers and everything, and, like, just talking about, yeah, let me wait, sorry, I'm sorry, Static, you've not told me about, Sphinx's girlfriend, right, sorry, I feel bad now, so tell me. Yeah, he is so into Vox. That's 100%. Vox are all left. They are. Vox is. Never delete. Yeah, no, well, a lot of them I don't delete. I'll put onto private. Do you know what I mean? She just asked me to put it onto private. So, none of them I've deleted. Like, see private. My friends can see that. Do you get what I mean? And she said that she says people in the ROTC knew. You guys can see it. Like, the thing is, I don't know, it's not really doxing, it's not saying address or anything like that, it's just I slipped up and said who it was, and at the time people didn't know, but yeah, like, it's not what it sounds like, if that makes any sense. Yeah, but I came back from Mike Craven. Right, well, tell me, right, Static, I think Vox is left. Sticks is a cock. Bad guy. Why do you think shit always goes down when I'm gone? Oh yeah, we were just talking about things. Why do you think Sticks knows everything? Why do you think he always knows everything? Like, he seems to know everything. Like, he's got his hand on the pulse about everything constantly. And see, my friend is like a really strict Catholic. Like, and I mean, like, Orthodox Catholic. Like, he only goes to Latin masses. He doesn't. He basically talks about how it was the Jews that this is the grabblers. Sorry, he said, like, you know how Michael E. Jones wrote a book saying that the Jews, the grabblers, basically they subdued they kind of they fucked over and they subjugated or done something to the Catholic Church during the 60s, and that's what made them sexualize children. They got them under their tailcoats and they fucked over the Catholic Church because they knew that that was their biggest kind of enemy, and if they could fuck the Catholic Church, then they'd be able to tackle anything. And he writes a few books about it that you can check out. His books are fucking amazing. So he really believes all that. I still personally believe in personal responsibility. I don't think any Jew could make you, any grabbler could make you go into the room and fuck a little boy or a little girl. I think you can say, no, I'm not going to rape a child. That is disgusting. Just simply no. Just say no. Just don't rape a child. Quite easy in my books. Never delete it. Don't, my dear, invest in Butch Gold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stack boy, don't actually. Why both of them British people? So proud. I'm not, but I don't understand. I totally get where you're going. Static, don't go anywhere. I'm just answering Chuck, then I'll answer you straight away. I believe the reason Britain and America are so pro-Israel is because it's pushed on us. Britain, not so much. England, 100% yes. And I think that's because it's the church and the queen, our lizard queen. When I say lizard, I don't mean she's an actual lizard. I just mean she's an old bat that needs to die. I'm not calling for her violence. I just mean she's too old. She just needs to die off somewhere. She doesn't do anything, and she's the worst queen ever. But yeah, and she's a lizard. David Icke was right. She's a lizard queen. But no, seriously though, I think it's because it never used to be that. Like, how would you feel, right, if you had family members and friends that had literally died fighting because you had like a bigger country that always said like, hey, we're best friends, you're our best ally, and we're your best ally, and we're best friends, and then the best friend one day just punched you out the way and said, fuck off, we've got a new best friend and it's called Israel and they're all Jews. Would you not be like, oh, what? But we died, we bled for you. Why would you do that to us? So no, there's a lot of Scottish people that are very angry about this whole thing. There's a lot of English people that are angry about it. People like in the military are angry about it. That's why there's been a lot of this Tommy Robertson, even though he's a Zionist show, his fans are not. His fans are good people, and if they knew, they would turn on him as well, but they don't. They are just blind to the fact that they don't, because they don't see Jews out raping people. A lot of them are very wise to the Jewish question and stuff though. They know about Jews. Like, there's a guy down in London who's a painter. He's like, you know how like Banksy was this famous painter? Well, there was this famous painter in London, and he literally, like, he goes around spray painting and painting like all over London, but it's always like this latest painting was a painting of these, you know, like with the big kind of, they look like the grabblers, you know, with the nose, and clearly Jews, and they were playing chess on the backs of working class people, and they're sitting playing chess, and Jeremy Corbyn, of all people, who's apparently a known anti-Semite, because he's not, it's just a lie. That's why I done that. But anyway, he took a picture of it and he put it on Twitter and he asked, why? Question mark. Like, why is it time? So he all he done, and he got fucking put over the coals for it. They were basically saying a known anti-Semite posting this, it's disgusting. And it was like, well, he didn't fucking draw it, did he? Like, he's not exactly gonna get off his happy little bicycle and be like, oh, wait a minute, and like just paint this beautiful artwork, like, because it is a good piece of art, whatever you say about it. You might not like that, good art. And this guy does a lot of stuff like that, so trust me, London knows. A lot of people know. There's a lot of books as well. People know. People knew years ago. People have known for years. I still don't know how we got fooled with the whole Trump thing. Trump, I think, to be honest, Chuck, sorry for my long answer, but I think Trump is pushing it, because I'd never heard, and Ben Shekels-Piro as well, I'd never heard this whole Israel's our greatest ally thing until the past 4 years, until Trump and until Ben Shekels-Piro, and I'd never ever heard either Judeo-Christianity. I'd heard that for maybe the past 6 years, but it wasn't a big thing. You hear Christians, you hear Judaism, you don't hear them together. They're not together. It's nothing to do with each other. It's just not. Right, okay, let me get back to what's static now. Right, Birch Gold, hype free. If I had the money, I would invest in Birch Gold 100%. But I'd need to speak to Ben Shekels-Piro about it, because I know he'd be good for it. But your Birch Gold. Wait. Static. No one knows everything. Oh, damn it! Sphinx is smart. He doesn't know. Yeah. Why doesn't he name the grabbler? Please tell me. What is your theory? Because me and my friend were talking about this. Because my friend thinks anyone that doesn't name the grabbler must be a shell. And I'm like, look, just because this person doesn't name the grabbler, their channel might be going a different way. And he's like, yeah, but he knows everything and he talks about everything. So you think he might at least once name the grabbler. Because at first, for a while, he thought Paul Joseph Watson was a shell, and I said no, it's because he works for InfoWars, which Alex Jones is a shell. I said, and his wife is Jewish and stuff. I said, but in his own personal life, look, and I showed him, and there was tweets that Paul Joseph Watson had done where he calls people Zionists, and he calls them out in alt-right, and he calls them Zionists, alt-right Zionists, and he basically calls them a bunch of some would say anti-Semitic sayings. So he's 100%. He does name the Jew. It's just he can't, because if he was working for, I don't know if those were the reason. That's the reason he got fired from InfoWars. But remember, he just stopped working for InfoWars, and then it was just Paul Joseph Watson. Maybe that's why, because of those tweets. I don't know. But yeah, you can still see the tweets. I mean, I don't know if they've been deleted, but you can I'm sure if you Google Paul Joseph Watson anti-Semitic tweets, they'd come up. So he does. But I know it's not that not everybody does. There is some people that want a different path. But I know that if there's someone that talks about everything, like say if I wasn't to, and I talk about everything, then people would be like, well, why isn't she naming the grabbler? Like, why is she just dumb? Or like, I mean, some people are just dumb, but that nobody could be that dumb. No, they couldn't. I think if you were given a book and told to read it, and you don't, or even watch a film, watch this, and then just watch a couple of films, and then come back and answer it, then maybe they might have a different perspective. I don't know. Do you think? I hate it when they say, don't! I hate that so much. I'm the same hyper free. I'm not anti-Semite. Temple needs a new beanie and Stick needs a new shit. 100%. Sex is smart. But he doesn't name the grammar. Right, Static, I'm just asking you, so do you think how did he meet this girl? Like, what happened? Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the same out down here. There's literally far right, as they're called in the media, where they're not far right. They're just alt right, or they're called alt right, far alt right. That's like meant to be an abusive slang, like in the media. They'll say far alt right personality, blah blah blah, and it's just basically conservative people that are like, fuck this shit, they just because they're talking about immigration, but they're all flying Zionism flags. The Star of David. It's like, the fuck? What the fuck has that got to do with anything to do with conserving Great Britain? Please tell me. What has it got to do with saving America? What has Israel got to do with America or Britain? Well, probably quite a lot, because, let me see, there's a lot of them here, firstly, and secondly, they own most of us. I mean, we are basically their slaves, because they're all the bankers and everything. Did you see Soph's latest video? I only saw it because of, what's it called, on ROTC, but, I don't know how she got away with it, but because, she got away with it because she's a Jew. But look at this. It's amazing. Have you seen it? The evil one. Don't donate to her. Drug probs. Who's that? The evil one. She's doing H. Drug addict. Don't give her any cash. Look at her eyes. Who are you? I've been sitting here for ages. Tell the... She should have released 2 more. Not enough. He should have at least... Not enough emojis. Should have used at least 2 more. Yeah, they're all flying them, like, constantly. Has anyone got my, static? Will you delete that freak? Who is that evil? And that's the guy that made the documentary about me. You're a creep. He's just trolling. I know, but he's like, why be such an annoyance? It's like, go away. Look at her eyes. What's wrong with my eyes? Should I have put more makeup on? Sona. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just buying a couple beers, grabbed abduct me. I threw a crumb doll and threw my tracks and escaped. A grabbler tried to get you. That's a sin. I know when to bonk. Oh, thank you, Static. Right, so have you seen this last video? Right, watch this. It's a group responsible for all our troubles. Watch this. Now, wait to see this. This is funny. It's about the grabblers. So, now, just the begin. We just need to watch the beginning because it's hysterical.
I thought you were all fools.
Bankers, Federal
The idea
Reserve.
of tracing all our troubles back to a single group of people.
Fuck's
I
sake.
just couldn't believe it. Scapegoating like that seemed too easy, too simplistic.
Media.
But it pains me to say it was right. It's almost like I didn't want to believe. Once you start seeing it, you just can't stop. They're everywhere. The banks, the media, the government, the Federal Reserve. My neighborhood. It doesn't take a genius to pick up on it. Notice anything? I know you do.
All grabblers.
You can't ignore the patterns. The ratty face, the hair, the nose. Who else could it be other than greedy, slimy, money-loving boomers?
Types of things more
That was brilliant. Boomers. She's like, boomers. But like, it fucking pure gets you because you really think she's gonna say Jews. But she doesn't. She's like, boomers. That was so funny. Gotta love. Oh, have you going? Right. Night, night. Thank you for coming in. It was really nice having you. And thanks, Bad Guy. Everyone should check out Bad Guy Productions on seeing his watch his feeds when he does a thing. He's brilliant, by the way. Like, if you love, as we all do, anything to do with the Grabbler, that's his kind of thing, you know. And his whole channel's dedicated to exposing the Grabbler, and he's got a Twitter account as well. So you should, and you can find it on my Twitter, so you can follow him on that. He's really cool. So what you say, not a cuck? Don't let the grabblers bite you. Good night. Don't let the grabblers bite. Nice eyes, hun. Oh, cuck, are you slagging my eyes as well now? What is wrong with my eyes? those damn Jewish brokers. I was laughing the balls off when I was trying to exercise the coal runners. Sorry, darling. Sorry, old cock. Boomers. No, it's not boomers. It's actually the fucking Jays. The grabblers. Let's just call them the grabblers. She's even put a picture up of herself. I'm just looking at those Greenberg Seagal, Henry Kissinger, Alan Greenspan. There's the Rockefellers. There's all of them. There's like Woody Allen. That's crazy. Nothing wrong with your eyes. Well, thank you. No, it's just I just saw that. I only just saw it there where you said nice eyes, hun. And I was like, you slagging my eyes as well. Because this guy just randomly came in and started saying, oh, look at her, don't give her any money, she's a fucking junkie. It's like it was one of those guys that fucking done a documentary about me, and like they don't even know me. They're like all American, and I'm like, first of all, you don't know me. Fucking, you don't know like where I live, what I have to fucking. It's not like one of those, you don't know me, this shit I have to go through. But the fact like that the job that I have to do, it's like because I'm like part time at college and I do beauty therapy. Like you guys have seen, I don't know if I've got my student card here, but like I have to dress in a certain type of uniform, and if we were to take any kind of drugs like and be at that work, we would get, you're not allowed to be around the public like that. You would get fired. Do you get what I mean? And it's just so much bullshit. Like it pisses me off. Like that's my college bag, and like you have to take that in, and like I have to wear my hair up like that, and I can't wear makeup, and I have to. You've seen it, like the purple thing with the badge there, and boomers. Just one of those guys that's just, yeah, I know, but it's like what? First of all, they said it was first of all they said I was because I'm skinny, and I've always been skinny. First of all, they said I was a meth head. Now everybody knows, you can just Google this. There's only ever been 2 cases of meth in the whole of the UK. Meth hasn't hit the UK. And then they were like, okay, well you're obviously on crack then, because that's why you're so hyper. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like, and now it's like, yeah, you're this. It's like, okay, right. It's like fucking 4 in the morning. My eyes, if my eyes do look tired, it's probably because it's 4 in the morning here. So I can't win with them. It's like, it doesn't get to me, but it's slightly annoying, you know, like, and it's always the same. It's the same group of a small group of these little freaks, and I don't know why, but they're targeting, because they're targeting Mersh. I've came into because I basically tried to abuse them back. They've started trolling me and a few other people, and it's been a fucking pain. But this, like, the guy's like, honestly, the guy that made a video about me that is so hysterical, by the way, he's like, at least, and that's me being kind, in his 40s. So that's what, he's a good, say he's 40, and I'm being kind, say he's 40, I don't know, 48, 40. I think he sounds a lot older, but say he's 45, right? And that makes him like 17 years older than me. Like, old enough to be my dad. So why is he like harassing me like that? Like, it's like, leave me alone, you fucking creep. We should make a tool for count money with a hook operating levels. We'll call it. Ah, that's brilliant. You're getting hit. I've been called a meth and a crit. Oh, I've been called a meth and crack just because I take it. Tell him to fuck off. You don't even look. There's nothing wrong with you. See, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Like, people can say what they want. Like, and see people that this is so true. It's the same like with the left and all this kind of stuff. See all the people that fling accusations. Like, see if you're in a relationship and somebody is obsessed with calling you a cheater, and you know you A, don't cheat, or B, you haven't cheated in this relationship and everything's fine and you don't know what they're talking about, or they want to go through your phone. It's always the case, no matter what. If it's a relationship, if it's in anything, if somebody starts accusing you of all this weird shit, it's because they're the one that's up to it. Do you get what I'm talking about? It's always the way. It's so true. Like, so somebody's calling you all this shit and you're like, where the fuck's that coming from? It's because that's what they're doing, and they think in their mind, well, everybody must be like me, or like, because I've got secrets, they must have secrets, and their secrets must be the same as mine, and degenerate and filthy. No, I literally have told you guys several times in all of my streams, I share to the point of I overshare. I tell people like stuff where it's to the point of, right, okay, we don't need to know every bit of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I literally fucking far overshare. And so I mean, if I was worried about people finding out about anything bad that's happened to me, or anything that's happened to me at all, do you really think I would have told everybody on live stream since the second I've had this channel? No, I wouldn't. I would have pretended to be someone I'm not, and I would have pretended that my life had been perfect, and that I hadn't had been in places that I had been, or things hadn't happened the way certain things had happened, and I'd been perfect all my life, and blah blah blah, and I would have taken no personal responsibility. And do you get what I'm saying? But I take responsibility from the age of the second I was 15. That's when you're not a child in the UK, because and I know I've made bad choices, and I know I was fucked up after my dad passed away. I'm not trying to make this into sob story. All I'm saying is, after my dad left, I was fucked. He didn't leave. Well, he die. He left me. He left us by killing himself. Sorry, I get how he's trying to say it. But when that happened, I was very angry at the world, and I started drinking and fighting with the police and things like that. You guys probably know the story, you know, and yeah, like, I fought out, but at the end of the day, like, these people, this small group that can't even fucking pull together more than 100 subs, they've got, like, in the fucking, I think they've just hit 90 subs or something, and they've made, like, another, like, hate video on me where they're basically saying, like, yes, she was in care, and it's like, oh, really, like, wow, like, that's amazing, because it's not like I've said that, like, how many times on stream? Like, because the whole reason is, like, I don't want people, I'm not gonna lie and pretend I'm, like, you know, the way Lauren Southern came on and started lying about her past, like, and she was a Jewish coal burner and all this kind of stuff. And why lie about your past when people are just going to find out? Like, if I was to come on and be like, oh yeah, I had a great, like, childhood and blah blah blah, and then people were like, well, actually, did your dad not actually, when he come back, have post-traumatic stress, and you end up in care because your dad hit your mum? And see, if things came out, it would look like I was lying, because I would be lying, even though I'd be doing it to protect things. it would be a lie, and then they'd say, oh well, your dad killed himself, why didn't you say that, like, and blah blah blah. And it would, I don't want to be, I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can, but I do understand it overshare. But then the thing is, they still use it against me. But the funny thing is, they actually get more down votes than they get up votes, because people see it and think, wait, you're making fun of somebody for that? Like, that's about like, fuck off, you're freaks, and they get like abused comments. It's like that. Yeah, it's so true, Static Void. Crackheads do love, yeah, because they're so it's like that. You know that saying, misery loves company? If you're like a smackhead or a crackhead, then they want everybody else to be a smackhead or a crackhead so that they can say, oh, you're one as well. Like, and it's like, well, actually, no, I just am not an obese whale. Sorry. And they're like, fuck you. Yeah, so true, Ottlecock. Thank you for being so decent about it. I know I'm like talking, and I'm sorry for being annoying, but thank you for being my best. Oh, are you being serious, Ottlecock? You had a best friend for years that was a narcissist. I do not know how you done that. And he was a radical lefty. I trusted him, but oh no, I'm so sorry, Ottlecock. Oh, I would give you a hug right now if I could. I'm so sorry. Yeah, hate videos come with the fame. Oh, with the fame. But yeah, no, I know, I get what you're saying, because I'm coming close to 400 now, so, I mean, that's the thing. This is my second hate one, so I have to get used to it. And this time I've taken it a lot better. Like, I even left a comment saying it made my day. Like, I had a good laugh at it, because it was quite funny. But anyway, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Walker. I feel so bad. Like, do you get used to the attention, forget the trolls. 100%. Do your show. Yep, thank you. So, oh, Cuck, was it really private? Like, that's fucking hot. Do you know, it's even in the Bible. That's why they mention it in the Bible, because one of the worst things that can happen, is literally being fucking backstabbed by one of your best friends. See, when that happens, it is so heartbreaking. See if one of your like good close friends, as a young child, well, when I say as a young child, when I was maybe about 15, I told one of my friends that her that, like, there was 3 of us that were best friends, including me. So including me, that makes 4. There was 4 of us, and we're all best friends. And I told one of the friends that my other friend, because there was two, I was closer to one girl, and the other girl was closer to the other girl. So I told one of the girls that the other girl's boyfriend had tried to kiss me at a disco, and he had, and I was scared to tell my friend, because I was like, okay, I don't know what to do, and I knew I had to tell her, like, that night it happened, like, because we'd all been drinking. But I thought, if I don't tell her, he's gonna tell her, and he's gonna try and make it out like, why didn't I say it? So I told my friend the second it happened. The second I told her, she waited till, like, my back was turned and must have ran to Anne-Marie and just dropped the lasses. There's millions of Anne-Maries, it doesn't matter. She, like, ran to her and she went and told her, basically, yeah, fucking, this is what happened, blah blah blah. Did you hear? I saw Lacy with Bleep in the courtroom, and all I saw was she made out that it looked that she walked in, and it, like, that's what stopped us from kissing, which was a lie. She wasn't even there, and she just totally betrayed me. Yeah, it's so true. Yo, yeah, Jock Opera, how you doing? Yeah, so radical lefty. Yeah, well, she's a radical lefty now. Like, she was never a radical lefty at school, because obviously we weren't really into politics at school. But she was, when I think about it now, because she drank very, like, to the point of, like, she was always the one that had to get carried back when we'd go to, like, the underage discos, she was down in vodka and stuff at like fucking 13, and then she was like extremely liberal with everything, and she was like wearing like belts instead of skirts, and she was just, yeah, she didn't dye her hair blue or anything, but it was a different time. Do you know what I mean? This was like what, like a good, yeah, like over 10 years ago. Fuck, I feel old. So girls didn't dye their hair really. Remember that? Remember about when was that? Like, oh yeah, I remember when I was a teenager, everybody was dyeing their hair red for a while, like Rihanna. They would dye it like, you know, that Rihanna red. Seriously, do you remember? And it was like, that was when I was that was when I was young. Um, I was what, about, I think I was, I think it was the summer I was 20. Not yeah, it was, because remember it was that I don't know what song was it, but everybody had Rihanna's song on, and all the females, I don't know about in America, but all the girls dyed their hair the same colour as Rihanna in the UK. That red, remember? Did they do that in America as well? But it wasn't a feminist thing. It was like it was the girls, like the hot girls done it. Like, not the leftist girls. Like, it was always nice looking girls. They all done it that kind of red, like Rihanna. I don't know why. But we were all teenagers. Like, we were all under 21 that done it. I remember as well, like when I was a teenager, that they were operating red-haired people rage. Yeah, appropriating red people rage. They were. That's so true. Missing link. I'm so glad you're still here. Thank you. That's really nice that you're still here. Anton said hug a wave. Oh, thank you. Hug a wave. I love that everyone's adopting hug a wave. Hug a wave. Hug a wave. Yeah, but now it's blue here. Oh, I was so gutted. My camera needed charged, and I'd left my tablet in the house, and obviously I don't carry my laptop around, but I'd left my phone in the house getting charged, and would I see this obese, morbidly obese fat girl that had like short, like half of that was that short, like shaved, and then the other half was like a bob, and it was like spiked up on that half, and it was like blue, like that blue, like that blue. See what I mean? Like blue, like proper blue, like pew blue. It was crazy, and she was walking around wearing like the worst clothes I've ever seen in my life, and I was just like, ugh. And she was wearing like, you know, like a vest top because it was so hot. And see, because she had really fat arms, you could see like, it's like in Family Guy. Remember when they make a joke and they say Stewie was talking about Meg wearing her wedding dress, and he says, "Ew, look at her string vest, her string dress. It's like salami cutting into a pork rind or a pork leg or something like that." It was so funny. Like, I couldn't stop laughing because like she's so fat and like she had the thin little bits. I'm on work and getting drunk. I'm missing Link. You're so funny. Link fighting big ass birds. That shit. Oh, Link, I love that video. See with you with the birds. It's so cute. It's so cute. And that fucking bird that chased you. What the fuck? Why was the bird trying to attack you? Like, it's a psycho bird. It literally chased you. I was like, no, Link, run. No. It was gonna kill you. Cheers, Link. Link has a bit. Link's got some massive, amazing animals I've seen. Like, he's caught, like, Link, can you please, before you go, tell me what these animals are called? They're identified as Smurf and perfectly healthily Rage. Or what, that blue thing, yeah, the big fat blue birds with blue hair. Right, Link he'd managed to get this picture and he tranked this. It looks like a gazelle, but it's not because it's white. What is that, Link? What are those? See those things with the horns? They're not deer because we don't have them in Scotland, but they're fucking crazy looking, like, because like I always look at Missing Link's videos and think, what the fuck are these animals like? Also, like, because I've seen some photos he sent me of like some of the animals he's hunted, and like he's not killed, like, not all of them he's killed, like some of them he's killed and I'm like, yes, like, because they're good kills, but some of them I think you're not allowed to kill or something, and some of them he just wants to try and can take a picture, and they're massive. And like there was one, and I don't even know what it was, but it was fucking beautiful looking, but he was holding it like that, like it looked like the size, it was bigger than me, put it that way, and he was holding it. And he could just hold that. Like, I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I keep reading the Smurfs bit. I've literally wrestled alligators. I bet you have, Static Void. Link and I should link up. We've got some scars to share. It was protecting its chicks. The dad says, "Oh, is that why it was? Oh, that is so cute. Don't. Are you being serious, Link? It was protecting its chicks. Why were you trying to get near the chicks then, you evil man? You're like, I'm gonna go and annoy the birds, and it's like, meh. Because they're so protective. They would claw your face off if they caught you, Link, babe. Yeah, the dad sits on the nest. That's the same as, yeah, because see, I done voluntary work I started off volunteering doing the Badger Watch, and then I ended up getting a job with the Wildlife Trust, and it was the Peregrine Watch, and I've got pictures on my Facebook, like I can put up in my Discord or whatever, so you might have seen the pictures, see, like, of me at the farm with all the big cows and everything, see on my Instagram, and all the different animals, but it's because I was like doing it for the Scottish Wildlife Trust, and like we had to abseil down and get one of the peregrine falcon. The mum basically hatches the baby, and she sits on the baby, but then the second that the baby hatches, she fucks off, and the dad has to sit on the babies and raise the children, and she fucks off and she goes and hunts, and they can fly up to 200 miles an hour, and she brings back food for them, the dad and the children. I was protecting the chicks. My dad sits on the nest, and yeah, it was the dad. The animal I tranked and dad wasn't. Yeah, that's so. What's an orcs? An orcs. I'll need to look up what that is. I've had a 21-foot python. Are you being serious? I had to almost had to get. Oh my god, are you being serious, Static? Oh no, that freaks me out. Hey everyone, hey G-Wiz. Oh, thank you, Lacy. Link is alpha. Link is alpha. Oh. Yeah, Link is alpha. I've seen pictures of him like with an orc, like I said, just holding it, and it was crazy. It was like, I was like, the fuck is that thing? It was so big. I've got the scars. I'm not being funny, but like, how did you get a 20-foot, 1 foot python wrapped the fuck round your arm? Oh, and also I wouldn't know what end its head was at, and I would be scared it tried to go and eat me, like the way they just go and their jaw just opens and they just eat. Pro plane plate logos. Okay, right, huh? So like, how did that happen? I got the scars, man. Yeah, Linka is awesome. Lacy's version of a python story is when her anger left is attached. So, yeah, exactly. That's the python, but they didn't wrap themselves around me because I wouldn't be like that. The snake, it would be more like a grabbler, and I'd be like, get off me, you grabbler, and I'd just have to imagine blowing it into the dust, but just kicking it instead. Choked its Travis and it literally grabbed him by the teeth and it ah! When electives snakes are cool. Snakes can, like, I think snakes are, like, I've seen some snakes that are kind of cool, but some snakes freak me the fuck out. Just, there's some, the poisonous ones. I'm more scared of spiders than snakes, though. I don't like flying snakes. More bad than I made it sound. It was more. Choked its Travis and literally grabbed me by the teeth and ripped off my heart. Or trachea. What's that? Is that like his neck? I think it is, isn't it? I know you need to go like that. See, to make them open their mouth. Like that. I'd cut the oxygen and then pry his mouth off me. Yeah. But, I mean, their head is like that size, is it? No. See, about that size. Their head is like fucking massive. So that's fucking crazy. That's just fucking crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell, boys. You guys are crazy. Well, the most dangerous breed of snake is Long Island hook nose. Yeah, the grabblers are dangerous. We've got them in London. I don't know what street it's called, but I know that they live in the West End of London, the poshest part. And it's just Hasidic grabblers. They're a special breed. You can tell them with they have a long hook nose and they wear a cheese hat and they smell strange and do not give you eye contact because they just are waiting for you to be their slave. But they only go around hissing and going tss, tss. Yeah, back to you, Lacey. Back to you, rectum python. Oh, I'm shattered now. It's 10 to 5, so I'm going to get ready for my bed, boys. But I'm going to stream tomorrow if yous are up. What time is the best time for me to stream? Would you guys say, like, because yous know when everybody's streaming, so when do you think is the best time for me to stream tomorrow? I'm just waiting for yous to tell me. I'll do a nighttime stream as well, but like during the day. When do you think the best time to stream is? I'm like sitting waiting like, when? Tell me. When do you think the best time to stream is? I have a friend who has a python with us. Ah! Gee whiz, that is scary. Right, later, right, okay, 3 East Coast American time. We're not in your time. Yeah, I know, but that's fine because see on my thing, I can check. So, East Coast American time, 3 to 4 p.m. That's perfect because I've got a time zone thing on my. I downloaded it onto my computer. So if it's wait, I'll stop that. So if it's between 3 and 4 p.m., I'll be able to check that East Coast time, so as in like New York, Florida time, basically. Yeah. Because I type in the city in America and then it tells me, not city, state, sorry. So between East Coast, between 3 and 4 p.m, yeah? Like the same as like ROTC time. After Daywave. Oh, is Daywave on tomorrow? I thought it was Sunday tomorrow, babe. Usually I'm on after. Usually I'm always on after Daywave, but I thought Daywave. I didn't think Daywave was on, babe, tomorrow. Is he? Sounds good. Right, well, I'll be on it tomorrow then, right? And Missing Link, thank you for staying up, darling. And all of you, Static Void, Altcock, as always. Pilot Plane, thank you for joining in for a second. And Gee Whiz, it was really great to meet you, friend. Thank you. Everybody that was in tonight, thank you so much. Altcock, as always. Brr, 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 brr. I can't do the noise. But yeah, thank you so much. Speak to you all later. Pew 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 pew. Oh no, it's Sunday, I'm drunk. Yeah, that's what I was saying, but yeah, I'll still do it at the same time between